everybody, it's Roy from ANS Gear. We're going to look at an accessory for your Axe, your Mini GS. This is the Violent Series bolt for those particular guns right there. So I have an Axe right here. I've pulled the bolt guide out of it. This is the original or stock bolt. Obviously, they're going to be the same size. Lengthwise, they're exactly the same. All the dimensions are the same. Internally, the air passages are a little bit different. They've created a smoother, more, I don't want to call it air efficient, but a less turbulent airflow coming through there. A lot of hype and talk just to tell you that it's going to make your gun slightly more efficient, a little bit quieter. But one thing that it does do, which is kind of interesting, is the acceleration of the bolt coming through the breech. They're making it more gentle on the paint, and they're doing that by creating a gap. And it might be hard to see right here, but you can kind of see it in between the two rear O-rings. There's a gap right here, where on the original stock bolt, it is solid all the way across. They've machined this surface down on this one. And remember, these are made out of Delrin, so they're lighter. They've created a gap in there, which requires, as you pull the trigger and the bolt starts to move forward, first thing it's going to do is encounter the paintball. Because they've created this gap has to fill with air, and it takes it a little bit longer, and actually takes the bolt longer to move forward than it does with this solid construction on the back of this one. So the bolt contacts the ball, moving a little bit slower. It's a little more gentle on the paint. Still has the rubber soft face tip on it. Once this fills with air and the bolt has made contact with the ball, then you get the full acceleration of the bolt moving forward. So they're creating a slower movement to the ball, but once you've reached the ball, you get the full acceleration through the bolt that you would normally see here. So again, making it gentler on paint, or more gentle on paint, and creating a system that is going to be slightly more efficient and overall a better performance through the gun. Being more gentle on paint is definitely a plus. You don't want to be cracking balls and just beating balls apart. It's not fun to shoot a gun that's just destroying paint all day long. Weight-wise, it is obviously, like I said, machined out of Delrin, so it should be a little bit lighter, even though these things are pretty light to begin with. We're talking half an ounce right there, 0.5, and then the Delrin one is 0.2, so it is lighter. In the scheme of everything that's going into your gun, you're not going to really feel that difference in overall weight, but you'll feel that difference in performance. Reduced sound signature, reduced recoil because it's lighter, and then the gentle kiss of the bolt to the ball is definitely going to potentially save you breaks and problems with paint issues down the road. So an easy upgrade. Putting it on your gun is super simple. We've pulled it out. Remember that with any of these guns, Axe, Mini GS, Mini, that the spring is directional. It does go on in a certain way. It is not universal. You can't put it on front or back. One end of the spring is narrower than the other. So when we put it on, we should feel a little bit of resistance going over the top, and it should snap into place on the bottom. If it easily slides through and you don't feel any snap on the bottom, you've done it wrong. So turn your spring over, feel that resistance, feel that snap, put it together, put it into your gun, and lock your bolt, and that's it. You've installed your bolt. It's that easy. I would recommend putting a little grease on the O-rings, but as far as putting it together, couldn't be any more simple than that. So check it out. Give your Axe, Mini GS or Mini, a boost in performance by picking up one of these Violent Series Delrin bolts. They're available through the website. Order yours now through ansgear.com.